Hello, Batangas. Welcome to the part 2 of our series Pull Together. And last time we talked about a lot of things, but the highlight was for us to realize how valuable we are, that He came down to bring us up, and He pulled us together to be part of that community where we can grow together in what God has given us. Okay, so today we'll continue the part 2 of our series Pull Together, and the title is The Myth of Social Distancing. O, distance no more. Okay, yun ang part 2 natin. So, question ko, what were your challenges back then in attending church? Wala kang masahe, o kaya may sakit ka, or hindi ka pinapayagan ng nanay mo. So, ano yung mga challenges mo na naghihinder sa'yo from attending church? And second is, what hinders you now from attending online meetings? Ano naman yung mga uh, naghihinder sa'yo na mag-join ng Zoom, ng fellowship online? Walang load, mahina signal, nagto-turn off agad pag 5 minutes na. Okay? So, do you feel blessed or burdened sa online huddle or online church? Or do you invite others to Zoom? Kagaya nito or live stream sa Facebook. Okay? Or it's not your thing. So ito yung mga questions na gusto ko na pag-isipan nyo while we discuss our devotional for today. Kasi mahalaga na makita natin yung value natin sa mga huddles and why we join and why we don't. Okay? So, the myth of social distancing, distance no more. Okay? So, the early believers and followers of Jesus Christ, they met in house churches kagaya ng Batangas, yung GCA Batangas. They met in house churches, maliliit lang, no? Every day. Biro mo yun, every day. Ngayon nga Sunday, minsan lang tayo nakaka-attend, no? So, they shared resources, ate together, sang hymns together, praised God, and ministered to one another. So, they did it every day when they followed Jesus Christ. Araw-araw yon. So, as followers of Jesus Christ, they knew kasi that one of the most important thing, if not the most important, one of the most important things, ay yung walk natin with God is also para bang nasusukat sa ating lakad kasama yung mga mananampalataya. So our walk with God is also our walk with fellow believers of Jesus Christ. So God designs life in general and the life of the church as a shared life. So yung buhay natin in general or buhay natin sa church, nakadesenyo siya na i-share, communion, a shared life, a connection intertwined and solidified by growing together and deeper in faith, hope, and love. So, tayo na mga mananampalataya, hindi tayo nakadesenyo na mag-isa. Nakadesenyo tayo na nasa community. So, one believer cannot grow alone or grow healthily. So, you can say, nagpe-pray naman ako, nag-attend naman ako ng ibang online or whatever, ano man yung reason mo. Yes, you can do that alone, but you cannot grow healthily if you continue to live a life of faith alone. Kasi the design is in community. So as a plant cannot water itself and only lasts for a season, so a man who refused to live in a context of community won't grow and flourish into the kind of life God designed him to have. So, importante na makita natin yung value ng community. Okay? Na God designed us to be part of a group of people or a community na bigger than ourselves. Kasi we tend to think na introversion can be our reason not to be part of the community and not to be with the people. Example, napapagod ako pag maraming tao, introvert kasi ako, no? Ayokong makisali, 'di ba? Kasi introvert ka, napapagod pag maraming tao. While sometimes we distant ourselves from people kasi napapagod tayo, it is also unhealthy for us to stay disconnected with people. Why? Because this connection is not part of our being. It is simply not who we are and how we were designed by God. nakadesenyo tayo na naka-incorporate tayo sa community. So kapag mag-isa ka lang, it's not how God designed you to be. So our passage again is Hebrews 10 verses 19 to 25. I'll give you time to read the passage and then I'll give you the highlight. So, our passage, Hebrews 19 to 25, talks about yung bang this is the time to all the more stay connected with each other. In fact, in verse 25, i-highlight ko lang, sabi niya, this is not the time to pull away and neglect meeting together, as some have formed the habit of doing. In fact, we should come together even more frequently, naka-Zoom lagi, eager to encourage and urge each other onward as we anticipate the day dawning. So, ibig sabihin, malapit na pagbabalik ni Jesus Christ, and this is not the time to pull away and neglect. Kagaya ng iba na nahabit na pagka 5 minutes na lang, magsi-Zoom, mag-huddle na, nagta-turn off agad. No? O, bigla na wala ng signal, bigla na wala ng power, na brown out. Dami nating reason not to be part of the community. We're trying to live a life that is not designed for us to have. Okay? So, these are the highlights na gusto kong i-share for the part of our series, Pull Together. Okay, number 1, this is not a time to hibernate and turn offline. Tandaan natin. But a time to hype each other up and help others stay on the line. Medyo I'm being creative, no? Sabi nga ng text, be creative daw eh. So, I'm trying to be creative here, pero mas creative sa rainbow nyo. Okay, that's number 1. Not a time to hibernate. So, pag 5 minutes na lang, magzo-zoom na, huwag ka agad mag-offline. Alam naman ni Ate Rainbow na online ka kani-kanina lang, no? Huwag ganon, besh. Huwag ganon. And then, number 2, this is not a time to pull away from each other, but to pull together. So this is not a time to distance yourself so much. It's okay to turn offline sometimes, but no, don't stay that way. It's time to pull together, that we stay connected with each other. May online naman eh, so hindi na reason yung walang pamasahe, no? Okay. Number 3, follow social distancing, but not spiritual distancing. Why? Because social distancing is different from social media distancing. Magkaiba yon. So go ahead, mag-social distancing dahil sa COVID, pero huwag mag-distance sa social media. Online naman lagi, isang click lang yan eh. So click join Zoom meeting now. Huwag mag-offline besh. Or kaya, join the group. Sumali sa activity, you know? Huwag agad offline. Why? Here's the last thing I will tell you. You were built for connection, for relationship. You are not designed to stay away from people. You are designed to stay connected and grow together as a community. Okay? So live it, love it. Again, this is Kuya Reynan, and thank you for joining our part 2 ng Devo series Pull Together. See you again sa third part ng ating devotional series.